They'll start this drive out on the ground.
That's to about the 28. Second down coming up. This defense for the Niners very strong in that victory a week ago.
It was a little bit enlightening talking with the defense coordinator about their performance last week, because the feeling was that it was a good, solid performance. They did what they needed to do to get the job done and get the win, but definitely a few lapses that they're looking to correct.
Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28.
Allen going to fire quickly and get it to Diggs out wide.
They'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. 23 yards the pickup there.
With these run-pass options, we often talk about a good quarterback and running back. Well, having a talented wide receiver helps also.
Yeah, even coming in third in the discussion, sometimes that means he really should be first, because all you want to do is get the ball in their hands and let them make the big plays downfield.
So from inside Niner territory now, this is 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line.
Hands it off out of the gun. He'll work his way up the middle for a gain of about 4 on 2nd down. The Bills at 6-3 on the year. And Charles, they were losers last time out. What do you think they need to do differently here?
Well, I don't think it needs to be as drastic as burning up last week's game tape or not watching it, but the attitude has to be what's done is done. Let's move on. Put that one behind them, galvanize themselves, and go forward and get a win in this one.
From the 44-yard line, here's 2nd and 6.
Here's Allen.
Into the hands of the tight end, Dalton Kincaid.
And this will move the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the 49ers 21. 23 yards the pickup there.
Well, first drive here and the first time that we've called a big tight end's name, but I can assure you this, Charles, it won't be the last.
No, it won't, because when he gets going, now it opens up opportunities on the perimeter, because that'll draw the defense towards him in the middle of the field. Now your wide receivers are getting involved as this game goes on.
Here's Allen on 1st and 10.
To the right side here, caught by Kincaid.
And he takes it down to the 10-yard line. Consecutive catches for him. That good for 11.
Well, they told us that he was just going to be a bear to defend. And usually tight ends are, Charles, but he's no exception to that rule. His second catch of the opening possession, and it gets him a first down.
Yeah, and they certainly saw something on his earlier reception. He went back and reported what he found. And one of the things about him, he's like a wide receiver to me, Brandon. He has a great sense of space and understanding where defenders are.
Yeah, we talk all the time, Charles, and it kind of gets cliche about the hands that he has, but really it's the truth. For a tight end, some of the best hands in the game.
And running room hard to come by here. He gets it down to the 8. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
Here's a 2nd and 8. Allen going to audible to a different look.
Allen looks to throw on 2nd down. And he just chucked that one out of bounds, out of everyone's reach. Maybe a wise call not to take a sack in this part of the field. It brings up 3rd down.
It's been a good opening drive offensively thus far, but you know they don't want to waste it and settle for a field goal attempt after that incompletion. So this is a big play coming up here on 3rd down.
8th play of the drive forthcoming, and they need 8 yards on 3rd down.
Here's a handoff out of the gun.
No gain on the play there, and it'll bring up 4th down.
Maybe I'm wrong, but it looked like even if he had opted to keep that, I don't think there was going to be much to gain.
Seemed like it was perfectly defense. And know what they say? Those guys on the other side, they get paid too.
The kick by Bass is good. And the Bills' opening drive yields 3. Well, after marching down the field, only getting 3 there, kind of feels like a win for the defense.
And it does. They'll go to the sideline feeling a lot better that they didn't give up a touchdown after the march against them. But if I were the offense, I wouldn't hang my head over that one. That's a good drive, and 3 points were put on the board.
So after knocking through the field goal, here's Bass to kick it away. And here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. And the decision to bring it out, not a good one, as he's tackled at the 15.
On the set. 18, 5 years.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. He'll get this out right here to McCaffrey. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll leave him with a second and just a few inches left.
19 Wyatt.
Now back to throw. Pass incomplete. And they find themselves just outside the top 10 in the league against the pass, currently bringing up the number 11 spot.
So prepping for this game, I kept asking myself the question, what's keeping this group from being top 10 in the league against the pass?
And
too many mistakes, especially little mistakes. And those add up into big mistakes. Big mistakes add up into points against you.
An incomplete pass on second down leads us to 3rd and inches. Purdy on a sneak. He is going nowhere as he is enveloped behind the line. So call that no gain on the sneak, and now they're still a yard short here on 4th.
Well, that play seemed well scouted defensively. They collapsed everything inside. Nowhere to go in the quarterback sneak. Now it's going to bring up 4th down.
But how about this one now? In their own territory, a gutsy call. They're going to go for this on 4th and a yard. And he's able to pick up the first before he's taken down at the 27. Purdy looking to throw. And incomplete. A drop there in the middle third of the field. That'll bring up 2nd down. Well, that's not the way you want to start. A first pass attempt and a first drop all in one.
Well, you've got plenty of time to make up for it, but obviously not the way you want to get things started. Got to shake that off and get going.
Now it's 2nd and 10.
Hurry!
Bond's going to keep this himself. And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. So after 2 first downs, they get another here. 1st and 10 at the 45. Now Mond. He's got a man. It's his tight end. That's complete. Another good gain. That's now 35 yards combined on those last 2 plays.
For a tight end, he's got good straight line speed, and on that route, he's often the guy that gets overlooked. Nice job there finding him in stride for really good yardage.
Play action, and now here's Purdy to throw it. All right, rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked off by Ashton Davis. And the Bills are going to take over once again at their own 25-yard line. And that was one it kind of saw coming, Charles. He had a free safety just hanging back there over the middle, waiting, and he saw that ball go in the air, and he jumped on it.
And I don't know why the quarterback didn't see that. That was just your standard cover 3, which means the free safety in the middle of the field, the 2 corners, and they divide the field in thirds. But when you have a free safety with range, like a good center fielder, he can go from side to side and make plays on the football as he did there.
The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. They've got a 3-0 lead and the football as they start 1st and 10. And ultimately this won't go for much, maybe a couple, but boy, he showed off that make-you-miss ability that certainly is in his arsenal. You look at this Niner defense, currently number 1 in the NFL against the run.
Now if they could just get their pass defense in line, this unit would be really, really strong. And remember the conversation with the defensive coordinator? He wants them to rush the passer better. He wants to see the quarterback on the ground. They've got to create some sacks.
And he said it starts early and often. We'll see if they can get to him. They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line.
Half 85. What's that?
And they'll give him another shot here on the ground. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down. Now, look, that wasn't a huge gain, but those are the types of carries I think they were missing in their loss last week. They couldn't get him going on the ground.
Did you get the same feeling I did during our meetings, that they kind of regretted that he didn't touch the ball?
Absolutely.
You know, hey, he should have touched it more last week. They weren't going to make that same mistake, and they've taken care of that early.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Now Allen going to change it up.
Alert!
On 1st down, Allen completes it to Hurns. And he'll be taken down as that will take us to the end of the first quarter of play. 3-0 after 1 on EA Sports. And now they'll shift things around. First down, and they're going to throw with Allen. Eluding the pressure right. On the run, he'll let this go deep right side. Oh, wide open, complete. Touchdown, Bills. Dalton Kincaid, his second touchdown on the season. And the Bills are able to add on to that lead. Tyler Bass on for the extra point attempt. It's up and good, and that'll increase their lead to 10-zip. After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. From a yard or two deep, here comes a return. Oh, some strong running. And he's probably realizing he should have stayed in the end zone as he can only muster a return to the 14-yard line. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. Well, Charles, it's kind of gut check time. Look, I know it's early, first quarter, just their second drive of the game, but they've already thrown the interception, given up the score. You're down double digits. They got to figure out something, and pretty quickly here.
No doubt about it, and when we look at that sideline, I'm sure you're observing the same thing I am. I don't like the body language at all. They look like they're in a state of stunned disbelief. So to me, we always talk about someone stepping up and making a big play. I think it would behoove them if multiple guys step up and make big plays right now. They need something positive to happen, and they need for it to happen now.
They'll wind up getting 7 on the play, and it's second down. Pitching it out to McCaffrey. And he'll be brought down, losing yardage back at the 40. It'll go down as a 2-yard loss, and it brings up a third down. Plays like we just saw there. That's why they're up right now. And the defense, they're doing their job.
Yeah, it starts with the guys up front. So when you talk with GMs who are putting together a team, a lot of them say we're going to build from the inside out, because if you control the line of scrimmage, you control the rest of the ball game, and that's what we're seeing here. They're actually playing in the offense's backfield, not necessarily just playing at the line of scrimmage.
And he's got a first down as a tackle made at the Bills' 42. His first catch, and it's a pretty big one. They get the conversion on third down.
Okay, ready?
So first and 10 now in Buffalo territory at the 42-yard line. Out of the pistol, McCaffrey. And he's going to be down at the 35. Gain of 7. From the 35, here's second down and 3. Purdy now to throw off the play action. Oh, and his early struggles continue. Here's another one intercepted. Picked off by Ashton Davis. And the Bills will take over possession here up at the 44. Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive. They'll start in excellent field position following the eye incomplete.
Good defensive call right there, because they had someone shadowing him along his entire route. And he was right there ready to provide a hit that prevents him from making another catch to his big start.
2nd and 10. Throw right side, going to be caught here by Waddle.
And this one's going to go the wrong way, losing yardage back at the 42. It'll go as a loss of a yard, so now they deal with 3rd and 11.
They're backed up here. Tough spot, needing 11 yards to pick up the first.
Throwing is Allen on 3rd.
They'll let this go deep for Waddle. Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Kelvin Joseph. And the 49ers are going to get the football back at their own 17.
They're trying to resurrect his confidence. Last week was a disaster. 5 interceptions in that loss, and another pick there.
I played with a quarterback like this before, and he had a tough game, and the head coach said, I'll take him, I'll fix him. The very next game, he started out the exact same way. And the head coach turned to the offensive coordinator and said, he's yours from now on. Someone has to work with him and try and get him settled.
And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10.
Bond's going to keep this himself.
And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. No gain there as he kept it himself at 2nd down.
Well, for that being an option play, there really weren't too many options available for him, were there?
No, there weren't, and at least he was able to get back to the line of scrimmage, so he didn't lose anything, but you're exactly right. Nowhere to go.
Now a deep ball there on 2nd down, but it'll wind up incomplete.
Sure, that pass was incomplete as they made an attempt to get a big one downfield. But that's okay because the second part of that is if you don't get the completion, at least you've told the defense you're trying to stretch them out a little bit, and they may have to change accordingly.
Purdy with it on 3rd and long. Able to find the open man. That's complete.
And he is brought down, but not before reaching the 30. So the big play has him all the way down to the 30 now for 1st and 10. Up the gut, McCaffrey. And some room to work.
And a good-looking run there as he'll take this inside the 20 and down to the 18-yard line. Purdy to throw it on 1st down.
And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. He'll get 5 out of the scramble. It's 2nd down. We've hit the 2-minute mark of the first half. 10-0 our score.
Okay.
Now
right.
2nd and 5.
McCaffrey. And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6. 1st down now, but the clock continues to move.
Bond looks to throw.
To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
They're putting together a drive here in the final minutes of the half, but the coverage has been tight all game long, and they certainly want to keep them off the scoreboard here.
They come up here with another shot from the 6-yard line, and it's 2nd and goal now. Shotgun handoff now to McCaffrey. And across the chalk into the end zone. It's a 49er touchdown.
Christian McCaffrey hitting double digits with his 10th rushing touchdown on the year. And the 49ers have got it back to within a score.
And you can sense a little bit of optimism here. Things had not been going their way, but they get the turnover on the other end, and they turn right around and put a nice drive together. Then they finish it off with a strong run for their first touchdown of the game.
Point after, right down the middle. And that'll cut it to 3 at 10-7. So just a 3-point game now as they send this one away. And no thought to bring this one out. He'll just go down to a knee, and they'll take over at the 25. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And we'll see if they can bounce back from that last drive. In particular, if they can bounce back at the quarterback position, Charles, after throwing their first interception of the ball game.
Yeah, and some guys, you know they're going to want to try and get a big play right away and take control back. Others, they're going to want to look to hit a couple shorter passes and get a little momentum back that way.
Look for the deep. And that's caught inside the 35. And all the way home for the Bills touchdown. Jalen Waddle, 75 yards. And the Bills are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. And we didn't even get a chance to settle in for that drive. A quick strike of 75 yards, and they find the end zone.
Don't you get the sense that film study was behind this one, that they saw something that they thought they could take advantage of? The key is calling it in the right situation, knowing when it exists to go to it. They did exactly that. They've got to feel really good about what they did in advance of this game.
Just looking down at the sideline now, their defense is like, man, can you have strung that out just a few plays? Give us a break. Back out there.
Hey, man, give that water break and get on out there and play.
After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23. The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. And Charles, we'll see what they can do here. Not a ton of time left, but enough certainly to get points out of this drive, and they need them right now because they're trailing.
Yeah, this is exactly why you practice a 2-minute drill all through camp and at least one practice each week before a game. A minute left, more than enough time to string a few completions together.
There he goes, left side. Inside the 10. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, San Francisco. Kellen Mond, 65 yards. And the 49ers get a late score here in the final minute of the first half.
I think everyone in the league talks about finishing, don't they? Doesn't matter whether it's a quarter, a half, a game, a series, whatever. But they're finishing the first half in fine style, putting that one in the end zone.
They did, and they didn't leave much time on the clock either. Well done. Extra point safely through. And the lead's down to a field goal at 17-14. The 49ers ready to kick it away, and here we go. And he'll decide to not bring this one out as their drive will begin at the 25. Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive. And with a little under a minute to go, still time to try to put a drive together to add to their lead should they so choose. Allen going to change this at the line. On 1st and 10, Allen. Hearns brings it in. And he's upended at the 33 following a good pickup of 8. Now the Bills are going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock stops here with 46 seconds remaining in the first half. Here's a 2nd and 2 now from the 33. And now an audible here into something else. Now Allen throwing on 2nd down. He finds Hearns left side. And he'll go out near midfield at the 49. 16 yards there, and the Bills have a first down.
So many times in my career, I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing, but as long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. He's got it complete to Diggs, right side. Now the Bills will use the second of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 35 seconds to go in quarter number 2. With that catch, he's now 18 away from 1,000, so he's at 982, and that's how many Randy Moss had, 2018 Hall of Famer.
And similar to the recent Hall of Famer, we argue about which catches were the most memorable because so many of them were 982 and counting.
Second and 5.
Now Allen again. Going deep for Diggs.
And that is incomplete. Oh, he had it and dropped it. That is an unforced error there, and it takes away what could have been a touchdown.
And that is not what you expect from a receiver of his caliber. Sometimes you get a little ahead of yourself. You don't look it in, and all of a sudden it's on the ground. A surprise to all.
They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass. Here's Allen to throw it. And that is incomplete.
And I feel like my man, Old Mo, momentum might be changing jerseys right now. How about what they just got done? They scored a touchdown their last drive. Now here's a 3 and out. Maybe momentum's getting ready to creep to the other sideline.
And no move to get the offense off the field. They're going on 4th and 5. The 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go in this first half. The Bills send the punter out as he should be able to pin him back deep here with his first punt. Oh, it's a wobbler here. That'll go down as just a 20-yard punt. And control of the football switching hands with very little time remaining until the half. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10.
Purdy will set up to throw it here.
And he'll dump this off to his running back, McCaffrey. And he's able to get this to the 40-yard line before he's out of bounds. The Niners passing game in sync now. They've got another first down.
But they certainly made a point of getting him involved in the passing game here in the first half. They must have seen something in the scouting that said, hey, we can capitalize on him getting the ball possibly in the open field. And I think in the second half, that may loosen up the defense a little bit to get the running game going back inside.
And he is going to lose yardage here. And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the second quarter. So with 2 ticks left here in the half, on is the field goal unit. They spot it on the midfield stripe, so it is a 60-yard attempt here. And this one is right down the middle. First half in the books. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, getting set for quarter number 3 here. And ready to get the party started for the second half. It was an even first half, all tied on the scoreboard.
And this is going to be returned from the middle of the end zone. And he's probably realizing he should have stayed in the end zone as he can only muster a return to the 14-yard line.
The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive.
This offense ready for the first drive of the third quarter. Well, quarters number 1 and 2 entertaining. We saw some good offense points put up, Charles, and all tied on the scoreboard.
And it sets us up for what could be a really fun second half because we've seen both sides score almost at will here in the first half. And now, here in the second half, getting the ball first, you've got to think, hey, we can go out and really run our offense the way we did in the first half. But if I'm a defensive player, all I'm thinking is, can I make a play to really help out my team and break this streak of offense?
On a determined run there as he's going to take this all the way down near the 40.
This gain not quite as good as the last, but still over 40 yards between the two.
So they go pass, now they go run, and 2 plays resulting in really nice pickups.
Certainly sounds like a 50-50 deal, doesn't it? Sounds like great balance. Well, you know what all those coaches have told us over the years, Brandon, that balance is? It means doing what you want to, when you want to. That play calling is working very well for them right now.
Back to the ground on first, it's McCaffrey. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
Whenever we talk about the best strong safeties, one word constantly comes up, and that's instincts. Being able to diagnose run or pass and make the appropriate moves.
He crashed down hard there. He was ready for that running play.
On 2nd down, McCaffrey. Another 2-yard gain there, but they'll need to do better this time. It's 3rd and 6.
Watching that play unfold and watching him complete it brought back memories of doing all those pursuit drills to make sure you don't over-pursue and let a guy get a cutback laying on you. He did that very well.
You praised him on tape yesterday for the angles that he takes to the ball. And the Bills are going to get him as he goes down.
And Oliver, that time, the one to get in there and bring him down. That time, finally, a measure of revenge as they get him down behind the line.
It almost felt like relief, didn't it? Because with the success he's had throughout this game, you'd almost expect him to get free and pick up 10 to 15 every time he takes off. Not in that case. That has to feel good for the defense.
Charles, even as long field goals become more and more common, this is still very rarefied air. Only just over 20 field goals have been kicked from 60 yards or further, and you can add his name to the list now.
And as calm as he tried to present himself, there's no doubt there were some nerves as he lined up to attempt that kick. But once the ball was snapped, he just swept the leg and boom, over the crossbar.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes.
And this will be returned from deep in the end zone. And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line.
The Bills come to the line to start their next drive.
And they find themselves down on the scoreboard following the field goal a moment ago.
And I think even though they trail in the game,
now the ball comes loose.
And it looks like one of the DBs has it.
And his guys are going to take over at the 21-yard line.
Do you remember in preseason we were going to the different training camps and visiting teams, and we always would see the running backs working out and going through those gauntlet drills and, you know, guys either slapping at the ball or the machines. You got to learn to take care of it.
Yeah, they lost it there. Big fumble. And he stopped immediately there. And they're going to speed things up here.
Purdy off the play fake.
And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's third down. The turnover put them in great field position. They don't want to squander it with third down coming up.
No, not at all. And you know what else you do? You make your defense mad.
Yeah.
They got you the football, gave you a great opportunity. You got to cash in and get some points.
Here's Purdy now on 3rd and goal.
Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he'll only get this to the 17, well shy of what he needed. The 49ers are going to turn over the special teams crew. The field goal unit is out there now. From the left hash, this from 34. And his kick is good. And that will double their lead as it's up to 6.
So the fumble recovery had them set up in ideal field position, but they can muster only 3 points out of it.
Yeah, when you're able to force turnovers, especially when it results in field position like they had, you really want to make it hurt. Here, they take the field goal. That's definitely not what they were hoping for.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away.
Fair catch going to be taken, and this will be moved out to the 25.
Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive. We have seen a lot of points here in this quarter. For us up here in the booth, it's been fun to watch. The defensive coordinators probably scratching their heads.
Yeah, they're going a little bit crazy right now. But let's face it, all of our friends who play fantasy, they're enjoying the heck out of this show because most of them are creating and getting a bunch of points.
Yeah, points certainly not at a premium here.
Oh, the turnover fest continues. Here's another interception. It's Jair Brown who's got it.
And they will be set up now as he brings this thing all the way back inside the 20. Charles, whatever's going on between his ears right now, it's just not completely calculated correctly. 7 picks between last week and this week after that one.
And they always say the most important part of a player is those 6 inches between the ears. But right now, it's all those interceptions that are going on. So whoever his trusted confidant is on the sidelines, I don't know if it's the offensive coordinator, the quarterback's coach, maybe the backup quarterback, that's who he needs to get with now and get himself coming.
The drive starts with a completion left side. And the 49ers are going to have a 1st and goal as he'll be taken down at the 7-yard line.
They'll bring a receiver in motion right. They'll try to run with McCaffrey. And he's going to pull his way down to about the 1-yard line.
46 yards rushing for him now to this point.
That's a great run right there on 1st down. Didn't quite get into the end zone, but now you've set yourself up for at least 2, maybe 3 more shots from close range.
Good yardage on 1st down. Now can they punch it in on 2nd and goal?
Purdy on the sneak.
And they'll bring him down after...
They'd really like to make the short field pay off. We'll see if they can, but this is 3rd and goal. McCaffrey diving for the end zone, and he is in. Touchdown. So the 2nd down run didn't work. They run it again on 3rd down and get in. I wasn't sure if they might pass it, Charles. We know that they like to mix it up down here around the goal line.
Yeah, almost felt like the offensive line said, forget mixing it up. Let's call our favorite running play over our best blockers, and let's get this one in.
Purdy and the Niner offense, they'll stay on the field. They'll try to go for 2 here.
Now they bring a receiver in motion right.
And he'll get it here on the touch pass.
And he's going to be hit and taken down in the backfield. Just nowhere to run that time. And the try for 2 is snuffed out. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away.
From deep in the end zone, he's going to bring this out.
And he'll get to the 30-yard line before going out of bounds. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. Now, they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10.
Motion man is Schwartz.
On 1st down, they'll go to the ground attack. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. And now they're in the hurry-up.
Allen going to change the look here.
At the Niners' 41-yard line.
Regular.
On 2nd down, here's Allen. This is caught by Hearns. It'll be a gain of just a yard, and that's going to lead to a 3rd and 11.
Makes it 3rd and 11.
Not liking the look. They'll change the play.
Allen now looks to throw.
He'll let this go deep for Waddle.
And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down.
They decided the opportunity was there and launched a deep ball, but he was unable to get away from the defender, couldn't create space, couldn't uncover at the end of the route, and that one winds up incomplete.
So coming on now is the field goal unit. They're going to try for 3, and he'll need all the leg he's got here. And this is good from 57 yards out. That was bombs away right there. And that lead is back down to 9 now. These kickers now, it used to be that a 50-plus yarder was cause for celebration. Now seemingly automatic.
Yeah, isn't it funny when we prepare for a game, when you look at the backgrounds of these kickers, it's interesting, isn't it, to find out they were all-state quarterbacks, receivers, defensive backs, all-state wrestlers, right? Baseball players. We're finding athletes all along, and now they're just specialists putting it through the posts.
And this will not be brought out. It's a touchback.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway.
This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown. Their last time out, looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. They'll send a receiver in motion to the left. A handoff left, McCaffrey. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line.
56 yards rushing for him now with a couple of touchdown runs to boot.
So from second and long, now we go to third and very manageable.
Yeah, they love that phrase, don't they? Because as an offensive coordinator, you can keep people a little bit off balance and guessing because you don't have to throw it. You can come back with a strong run game if you want to. And if you're in four-down territory, that really opens things up for you.
So they'll get a little extra time to come up with his third down play as we played 3 quarters. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. The Niners on third down. They've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. They're looking at third in the nose of the football. They'll try and pick it up with McCaffrey.
And strong running there as he's across midfield and down to the 49.
And quickly they get to the line.
On 1st and 10, here's Mon.
And he finds a man on the crossing route. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or 2 shy of the 30. Another big hitter there. This one good for 18.
But when you're up by 2 scores in the 4th quarter and you're going to throw the football, expect to see a lot of man coverage because usually what comes along with man coverage is pressure. So if you're a play caller and you want to keep throwing the football, that's fine. Just make sure your offensive line understands they're going to get additional guys running at the quarterback.
And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. Yikes, a 4-yard loss really sets him back now for second down.
Now Purdy.
It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. That one good for 14 yards. And they'll be faced with a 3rd and inches.
But when you hit him on the move like that, he's able to get into open field with a full head of steam. Oh, boy, it's going to be tough to get him down.
Yeah, there was a big window. They're lucky they did get him down. The offense on 3rd down tonight, they've hit 4 of 7. They're looking at 3rd and a few inches. Now San Francisco going to call their 2nd timeout. That's going to leave them with just 1 remaining here in this 4th quarter. Play number 7 coming on this drive. It's 3rd and inches. From the shotgun to McCaffrey. And across the chalk into the end zone. It's a 49er touchdown.
Christian McCaffrey
with his 3rd touchdown so far, number 13 now on the year.
And the Niners are looking to make it 2 straight as they add on to this 4th quarter lead. Purdy and the Niner offense, they'll stay on the field. They'll try to go for 2 here. Ayuk goes in motion. They'll get it forward to him on the touch pass.
And he will get into the end zone to bump the lead up to 3 scores. And, of course, on the 2-point try, had the option to run or pass. They pass it there, and it works.
Felt pretty straightforward, didn't it? An open receiver, ball's put on him, 2 points for them.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away.
And not willing to risk another fumble, he'll sit on this one. It's a touchback.
Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive.
Where we stand right now in the fourth quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You would have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us and get better for the next time out? This, they'll use as motivation for the rest of the time that they play to hopefully never be in this type of situation again.
A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete. Stephon Diggs, his intended receiver. And it's third down.
Waste of time.
To throw, it's Allen.
Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete.
And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. Looking to speed things up here, going with some tempo. On first down, Allen.
That's caught. Waddle on the left side.
It'll go down as a gain of 6, and that'll bring up second down. They're giving those short little routes. Tackled him in bounds, too. They're just not wanting to get beat over the top.
Yeah, and if you can't really get downfield, take the short routes. But now you've got to have guys who can actually break tackles and increase those gains.
From the 48-yard line, here's 2nd and 4.
Here's Allen. And he's going to be intercepted a third time.
Picked up by Talanoa Hufanga. And the Niners are in great shape here as they take over at their 46-yard line.
So from inside Niner territory now, this is 1st and 10 at the 47. To the air, Allen. Completes it to Hearns. That'll go for a gain of 7, and it'll be second down. And they're going to hurry back to the line now. Allen looks to throw on second down. He'll rifle this one deep right side. And it's intercepted at the goal line.
Picked up by Diamador Lenore. And the 49ers are going to get the football here as the ball will come out to the 20. Well, field goals probably aren't going to cut it at this point. This was touchdown or bust, and unfortunately for them, it turned out to be bust.
Yeah, they're feeling like they've got to force the issue here. Maybe take some chances they wouldn't have earlier in the game. But give credit to this defense. They've really stood tall throughout, and they come up with the interception in the end zone.
And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. This drive starting off on the right foot, 18 yards.
First play of the drive, a first down run. Well, that sets you up for whichever way you want to go. Do you come right back and run the football again because you've got them on their heels? Or do you play chess match with them, break tendency, and go play action and go for the big shot?
They're going to hurry back to the line now.
A gain of a yard. Brings up 2nd and 9.
Ready.
On second down, Mon.
Forced out to his left. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today.
Greedy Williams picks it off. And he'll be brought down with a penalty flag on the field. It was a late decision to throw, and it might have been too late. So the penalty on the offense, no need to accept that. They'll decline it, and the interception will stand.
Here's Allen on 1st and 10. It's caught right side. It's Hearns. A short gain here, maybe a yard to the 29. Now you've got to hustle your guys to the line and get them set.
Brings up 2nd and 9.
He'll get it inside the 20. And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. 16 yards there, and the Bills have a first down. Clock management, definitely critical here if they want to get back in this game.
Absolutely agreed. They have to up the tempo in this case, down a couple of scores. Want to make sure they have a chance to win this ball game.
From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10.
Working out of the shotgun. Here's Allen.
The throw here right sideline falls incomplete.
What we just saw there, that's really been a common theme all afternoon.
A lot of pressure. That forced the errant pass. He's been under duress this entire afternoon. He just had to unload that one. He's fortunate it was just incomplete and not intercepted.
Here's 2nd and 10.
And they'll run on the inside handoff. And they get to him quickly here as he stopped right around the 13. And now it looks like they're going to be in the hurry-up. Throwing is Allen on 3rd.
A quick throw there is incomplete.
I think this is what this game's become now. Just go deep, see if we can get something to go our way.
Yeah, not the most creative or most inventive play call there, but not much has worked for them throughout this game. They're almost at a loss about what to dial up.
So on 4th down, off goes Allen. On comes Tyler Bass for the Buffalo field goal. The kick by Bass is good.
And that will close the gap down to 14.
So they got the turnover, started with great field position, but in the end, the defense able to hold firm, and they only get 3 out of it.
And I like what you said right there. That defense able to hold firm, backed up into the shadow of their own end zone. Goalpost right behind them. They had to make sure they didn't give up the 6. And, boy, they came through in a big way. To them, even though they gave up 3, that's a win for their side.
So after knocking through the field goal, here's Bass to kick it away. And this will be brought out from the middle of the end zone. And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17.
The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. And a few kneel downs should just about do it. Now, defensively, they do have all 3 timeouts, but very little reason to use them at this point. Now the Bills are going to use the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds left to go in the game. That one looks like he'll throw here. And he's taken down. Back at his own 7. Now the Bills will use the second of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in the 4th.
3rd and 19. Purdy now to throw.
And it's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And he'll be out of bounds right at about the 10-yard line. So just 3 yards on the completion there. And that's going to make it 4th down. Here comes the 49ers punter now, as his first punt will come from inside his own end zone. Just a net of 34 there following a punt of 44 yards. And the Bills are going to take over in great position here with a 1st and 10.
Alert! 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 Half, 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 half.
Throwing, Allen.
And down he goes. The 49ers get there. The Bills are going to go ahead and use their final timeout, as they'll stop it with 27 seconds showing on the clock.
And we all know how talented this guy is who's calling the signals for him, but even the best in the game, they can struggle against a good, cohesive zone coverage. Can't find a gap in the secondary quick enough, and he ends up taking a sack.
Allen.
And he takes a shot on the release, as this will be incomplete.
We've seen this quite a few times in this game. Offensive line unable to keep leverage, unable to keep people away, facing a lot of pressure. Fortunate just to get rid of it.
One of the reasons they're down is that inability, though, to stop the pressure. We saw another example of it there.
Here's Allen. That is caught.
And they're going to be set up down around the 15-yard line.
Well, defensively there, you want to play it a little safe and keep the action in front of you. But you definitely aren't looking to give up plays like that. They've still got the cushion of a 2-score lead, but don't give them a freebie here in the final minute.
A higher scoring game, Charles, than we typically see in the National Football League, but fun to watch these offenses